You're about to lose another $800 on the exact same mistake you made last Monday. Don't worry, you won't even realize it until it's too late. But right now, in Tokyo, there's a trader who made that mistake once, 10 years ago, and his brain physically won't let him do it again. What happened to him that didn't happen to you? The answer is disturbing, and by the end of this video, you'll never look at your trading routine the same way again. Here's something nobody tells you about trading. Your biggest enemy isn't the market. It's next Monday. You take a big loss today. It stings. You open your journal, hands still shaking, and write in all caps, "Never move my stop loss again." You mean it. You feel it. This time, the lesson is burned in. 2 weeks later, you're watching price action hover near your stop. But this time is different, you think. I can see it's going to reverse, and then you do it. You move the stop. The question is, why? Why did your brain delete a lesson that cost you $600 to learn? Because here's what nobody tells you. Your brain isn't actually broken. It's working exactly as designed. The problem is, you're using it wrong. And in Tokyo, they figured out how to use it right. But before I tell you what they do, you need to understand what's happening inside your head right now. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Welcome to Stick Trader Mind, your home for trading psychology that actually makes sense and doesn't bore you to sleep. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. In American trading firms, the average trader lasts 18 months before burning out or blowing up. In Tokyo institutional firms, traders follow the same routine for a decade and improve every single year. Not some traders, most traders. These aren't superhuman geniuses. They're not working 80-hour weeks. They're not using secret indicators you've never heard of. They're simply working with their biology instead of against it. The difference isn't intelligence. It isn't discipline. It isn't even work ethic. It's something way more primal. And when you see what it is, you'll feel sick. Because you've been doing everything wrong. There's a concept in Japanese trading culture that sounds insane at first. You cannot plant a trade in unprepared soil. Your brain is soil. If you plant in scattered, depleted soil, nothing grows. You get weeds, revenge trades, emotional decisions, and memory loss. Think about your typical morning. You wake up 15 minutes before market open. Your mental soil is dust. You're already behind before the first candle forms. Meanwhile, in Tokyo, the soil has been prepared for 90 minutes. You are not trading the same game. And here's what that preparation actually looks like. What happens next changed everything I thought I knew about trading psychology. 5:30 a.m. in Tokyo. The alarm goes off. But here's the twist. No phone check. Not for news, not for pre-market. Why? Because the first input shapes the whole day. If the first thing your brain sees is chaos, your nervous system starts in survival mode. You will trade like prey all day and never know why. Instead, the routine starts with something that sounds almost stupid in its simplicity. Going outside. 10 minutes. That's it. Just walking in the morning sun. This is a waste of time, you might think. The markets will still be there, but your focus won't. Morning light triggers cortisol at the right time. Cortisol sharpens decision-making. Skip this, and by 11 a.m. your brain is running on fumes and you don't even feel it. Studies confirm this, by the way. Just 10 minutes of morning movement increases memory recall by 20% and decision quality by 15%. Translation. That morning walk might literally be the difference between remembering yesterday's lesson and repeating yesterday's loss. But then comes something even more unusual. 5:45 a.m. 5 minutes of complete silence. Not meditation, not journaling, just sitting, breathing, staring at nothing. Clearing yesterday's noise. Your brain is still holding tension from yesterday's trades. If you don't clear it, it poisons today. Meanwhile, most American traders are still asleep. Their alarm goes off at 9:45 a.m. Market opens in 15 minutes. They've already lost before the first candle forms. But here's where it gets truly disturbing. 6 a.m. The laptop finally opens. But not to look at charts. Instead, yesterday's journal opens. And then something that seems completely backwards happens. Eyes close. No reading first. Just trying to remember. What did I see yesterday? What did I feel? What did I decide? Why did it work or fail? This is called active recall, and it's the most powerful memory technique in neuroscience. By forcing your brain to retrieve information before you see it again, you're literally strengthening the neural pathway. It's like lifting weights for memory. Most traders scan for new setups. Japanese traders recall old lessons. And here's what that looks like after 1 month. 200 trades taken, almost nothing remembered, versus 12 trades taken, every single one recalled in perfect detail. One approach gathers experience. The other builds wisdom. There's a massive difference. How many trades have you taken that you can't even remember why you entered? But then comes the sentence that changes everything. After recall, exactly one sentence gets written. Not a paragraph, not a list, one sentence. For example, pausing 30 seconds before entry prevents 80% of my bad trades. Today's intention. Today, I will count to 30 before every entry. One lesson, one focus, one thing the brain can actually remember when price is moving and emotions are screaming. Compare this to the typical trader with 10 goals swirling in their head. By 10 a.m., they're all forgotten. Your brain cannot hold 10 things under pressure. It can hold one. Choose wisely. By 6:15 a.m., the charts finally open. But the mind is completely different. Clear, focused, grounded. Most traders open their charts scattered and reactive. The market hasn't even opened yet. But the outcome is already decided. And that's just the morning. At 2 p.m., while most day traders are on their 11th trade, exhausted, eyes hurting, 5 hours glued to their desk, downing their 4th Red Bull, the Tokyo approach is radically different. 3 trades taken so far. After every 90 minutes, standing up and leaving the desk entirely. 10-minute walk. No phone. No charts. Just walking. You think you're just resting, the research shows. But something extraordinary is happening. While you walk, your hippocampus is replaying your last decision in the background. It's organizing, filing, locking it in. The break isn't wasted time. It's when the learning actually happens. By 4 p.m., the typical grinder has taken 14 low-quality trades, down $1,300. Can't remember why they entered half of them. The structured approach yields 4 high-quality trades, up $3,200. Every entry has a clear, memorable reason. But here's the principle that separates them. Ma. In Japanese, ma means the space between things, the silence between notes and music, the pause between words and speech, the gap between trades. Western traders fear the gap. They fill every moment with action because they're terrified of missing something, so they watch everything and see nothing. Japanese traders live in the gap. Long stretches of nothing, then one perfect trade. Most traders fill every gap with noise. The profitable few embrace ma. And in that space, that's where discipline is born. But there's something else that makes lessons stick forever. Here's a lesson learned 3 years ago in Tokyo. Never trade the first 15 minutes after high-impact news. That lesson has been recalled in journals over 100 times. It's now carved so deep in the brain it's automatic. The hand literally won't click the mouse during those 15 minutes. Compare this to learning the same lesson last month but never reviewing it. Last week, forgotten. Traded right after NFP. Got whipsawed. Lost $2,400. The lesson will be learned again next month and forgotten again. Because without routine, lessons evaporate. Here's the system that makes lessons permanent. Day 1, learn the lesson. Day 2, recall it. Day 4, recall it again. Day 7, recall it again. Day 14, recall it again. Each time, the memory gets sharper. Like carving into stone, your brain doesn't remember what happened once. It remembers what you recall repeatedly. This is why you keep making the same mistakes. Not because you're undisciplined, because you never built the recall routine. But the most critical part isn't even the trading day. At 4:05 p.m., market closes. The typical response: slam the laptop shut, open Twitter, scroll, numb out. By bedtime, everything is forgotten. The Tokyo approach: stay at the desk for 15 more minutes. This is the moment that determines whether today becomes wisdom or today disappears into nothing. The journal opens. 3 questions get asked. If I could only remember one thing from today, what would it be? This question is genius. It forces prioritization. Example answer. My best trade came after 2 hours of doing nothing. Patience made $1,900. Impatience cost $400. Remember, stillness before action. Then comes the secret weapon, sleep. Science is clear on this. When you review something right before sleep, your brain tags it as important. During the night, your hippocampus replays those memories and moves them from short-term to long-term storage. It's like hitting save on a document. Don't hit save, the power goes out. Everything's lost. No evening review means that by next week, every lesson is gone. 15 minutes of evening review means tonight, while you sleep, your brain will carve those lessons into stone. One approach gathers experience, the other builds wisdom. So here's the truth that should terrify you. The reason you keep repeating the same mistakes isn't because you're broken. It's because you're using a broken system. Japanese traders staying profitable for 10 years aren't superhuman. They don't have secret indicators or magic discipline. They have rhythm. Their mornings are aligned, not rushed. Their afternoons are structured. Their evenings are sealed, not wasted. Their nights are restorative, not chaotic. Every time you said, "I just can't stay disciplined," what if you were wrong? What if it wasn't you? What if it was the method? Here's my challenge. Tomorrow morning, try just one piece of this. Maybe it's 10 minutes of morning light. Maybe it's recalling one trade before looking at new setups. Do it once. Feel the difference. Because here's what I know. No indicator, no strategy, no $3,000 course has ever come close to the clarity this routine creates. It's simple, it's human, and it works. The future doesn't belong to traders who trade harder. It belongs to those who trade smarter. And that's you, starting today.